I think we're gonna swing into a few of the big box stores. I may not want to say their name, but we're gonna swing by 2 or 3 of them and grab what they sell as so-called Barnwood and compare it next to our antique Kentucky tobacco barn accent wall material. I think this will be fun. People will want to see what the differences are. A lot of people say they're the same. Well, I think today we're going to show you clearly not the same thing. Stay tuned. So again, guys, we're going to play around with the Ghostwood real quick. I don't want to really say where we're at, but you may be able to guess. We chose a couple of the best boards we could find here and laid out the product. It's very clean, has a nice lapped edge on it, but you can just see the paint that they put on there or some type of wash or stain. It just does not look real. And if you're gonna sit down and have this in your home, it's just a brushed on finish. There's no nail holes, but I think later on down the video it'll explain itself. We've also got a couple products here. Wall boards. This stuff looks like it's all about $6 to $8 a square foot, 10.5 square feet per box. And we're going to try out their Nantucket Gray, and we're also going to try out their weathered hardwood brown mix. And we're going to take them back to the shop and put them up and compare them next to our true reclaimed antique Kentucky wallboard made out of tobacco barns. And we also have material from Pennsylvania, Ohio, but let's just have a shootout, right? Let's go see what we can do. Let's head on up to another big box hardware and lumber store. Let's see what their Barnwood looks like. Bring it back to the shop, put it up on the wall, and you guys can be the judge. We're at Ace Hardware, and they're selling a My Wood Wall wood paneling product. Looks like it's $50 for 10.5 square feet, so $5 a square foot. And they've got them a couple colors. Yeah, I just think it's a little painted on there, or maybe it's a stain. Comes in cool little boxes. Looks like there's 3-foot lengths. So let's buy a box of the brown. Then we'll just do it, compare apples to apples. We got some of the gray, right? We got some of the gray and some of the brown already. Black. Looks like they don't really have a gray, so what do you guys think? I don't know if I've ever seen a blue barn in my entire life, by the way, ever. Anybody ever seen a blue barn? I know they paint tobacco barns black to warm the tobacco while it's drying, or they used to. I know that usually if a barn's white, you shouldn't touch it because it's lead paint. So you'll notice all of our products, or none of our products, have paint. We stay away from all that stuff. just got back to the shop. We hit a couple of those big box stores, and we've got our pre-packaged, beautiful Barnwood from Indonesia. And we've got some, what is this stuff called? This is the weathered wall boards. Let's start with these big boxes. Let's take a look at these. So, one of the cool things about Front Range Timber is we bring in Barnwood by the truckload from all around the country, Pennsylvania, Ohio, Kentucky. We mill it all right here at our shop every single day. If you have an order, we can mill it for you and ship it right out the next day. And it's real Barnwood that I think, not only being real, but I think once we've laid them out here, you'll see they really don't even compare. All right, weathered wood. Open up this box and have a look. This is their brown color. They call this their weathered hardwood, and they make it clear that there may be variations in the milling. So, let's see what we have here. 10 square feet of weathered wood that, let's take a look at this. All right, here's their features. Easy to install, solid hardwood. Nothing here is talking about how it's actually reclaimed or actually good for the environment. Not to mention the stuff made in Indonesia, probably a huge carbon footprint to get this 10 square feet here. Let's just play around, lay this out like we're gonna do an accent wall. Have a quick look. So my first observation, it's kind of boring. There is definitely a color variation, that's nice. They are all exactly the same size, the milling looks okay. They're all the same length, but there's no nail holes, there's no circle saw marks, there's no real character, it's just brown boards. So, you know, obviously they've been stained after they've been milled. I mean, they advertise their circle saw marks. I guess I saw some on the back of this board, so we'll flip this one up. So that one has a little bit, but I don't know. I mean, it doesn't look that great to me, but let's move forward. So here is their brown board. Let's lay out their weathered Nantucket gray. Hey, see what that looks like. Well, let's just do the same thing. Let's line it out here and let's go. Looks like it's I don't know, it's a weird, I don't know if it's just some weird stain, chemical treatment they put on there. And doesn't, I mean, you'll see when we put our authentic Kentucky tobacco Barnwood next to it. I mean, this definitely has its own look. There are some circle saw marks, but it's all pretty consistent. Again, this is about $5 a square foot at Home Depot. Non-reclaimed. All right, continuing on with our big box store purchases. We have one more product that we got at Home Depot, and this is their Ghostwood product that is, I guess it's made in Montana. They sell it in a brown and a gray. So there's their gray and there's their brown. I guess so. It's you know, one of those things that some people's brown is other people's dark brown, you know, so there's their differences. Here's their material. This stuff is about $5 a square foot. It's got a lapped edge on it. I did have to pick through quite a few boards at Home Depot to get some good ones, as you guys saw. So I don't know. There's the Ghostwood. All right, we've got our next one. Let's see. We picked this up at our local Ace Hardware. This is their peel and press real wood wall paneling that is 100% sustainably sourced, FSC certified. made in Indonesia, so a little bit farther away than the tobacco barns from Kentucky that we're bringing in and harvesting. All right, so here's my wood wall in their brown color, 10.5 square feet, and it comes with these little tabs on the back, so you can stick it up. So let's just start laying it out like we would an accent wall here. Have a look. So it's definitely it's some type of glue lamp product. These aren't individual boards. These are actually all smaller pieces of scrap wood, it looks like, that are glued together. If you get in close to that on the camera, you can see here where they're gluing all these smaller pieces together to make this stuff. So there's no problem with that. That's just how they're doing it, but it's not boards. It's actually glue up paneling. So again, here's the 10.5 square feet from Ace Hardware, and their, what they call is their beautiful brown. All right, handy, my wood wall, peel and press, in, where's the color here? Deep Space Arcadian Collection. All right, so here's their Deep Space. We did try to find a gray color in this brand, and they don't sell a gray. So, with this finish on it, you definitely can see the glue lamp process that I'm talking about, where they're just taking scrap wood in their milling process, putting it together to create a product. So, I mean, it's kind of cool looking, but it doesn't have a history, it doesn't have a story. I don't know, I mean, I guess it's gonna be a black wall. So, let's go from there. Now I'm gonna lay out some of our tobacco barns from Kentucky, some of the accent wall material, and let's show you guys what the real stuff looks like, okay? Let me go grab some stuff from the mill. There's the Ghostwood at Home Depot. I'm just gonna throw our Kentucky tobacco barn on there right next to it so you guys can see. Let's put it right next to it. Come on, so this is their gray, right? Here's our antique silver tobacco barn wood, coming from harvested barns in Kentucky, Tennessee, Ohio. I don't know. I feel like this is a real gray. We've got hints of greens occasionally, a little bit of brown. Let's just keep getting this Ghostwood out of the way. Let's keep putting the tobacco barn wood out. You'll see, we've straight lined it just like these guys. We've back planed it. It's all the thickness. It's all just under a 1/2 inch thick. Nice and thin, super light, easy to work with, easy to install. Real reclaimed barn wood, nail holes, occasional shotgun blast, beautiful knots. They would paint the barns black sometimes to help heat up the tobacco while it was drying. So sometimes you get a little bit of that cool feature, but again, primarily zero paint on our material. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful grays, silvers. We sell tons of browns. Just absolute beautiful stuff. So while we're doing that, let's throw the, here's that peel and seal, or the, sorry, this is the first weathered wood we did. This is the Weber weathered. This is the stuff we got at Ace Hardware. It's kind of looking like chunks of plastic actually when we set it next to the real barnwood. Quite hilarious. And let me get out, look at this. Let's get out this material that's shipping in from Indonesia and lay their brown. I don't know. I mean, come on, guys. It's not even close. If you want real character, the real feel, you're gonna have to use real antique reclaimed barnwood. We always have truckloads of this stuff in stock at the shop. We can mill thousands of feet a day. We sell it for as low as $7 a square foot. The best part is we ship to your door. We'll get your order on a truck the next day. So like us below, send us your comments, and check out our website and Facebook page, frontrangetimber.com. Thanks so much.